The national champion is clad in big orange.
We were about winning, point blank period, and we just found ways to win. And I think, you know, the relationships that you build, whether it's in the locker room or on the field, they go with you the rest of your life. I grew up in a construction family. My dad was a general contractor and my mom as well. And so that kind of motivated me to want to become an engineer.
Back to throw, this going to be down.
The way he played football was also manifest in the way that he went after his studies, sticking with it and keep on going until the goal was achieved, which was a degree in civil engineering.
I knew how important his education was to him. I mean, he'd be up all night long, you know, and then, then come to practice.
They were both important goals to me, becoming an engineer and also going to the NFL. So, yes, I was definitely driven for sure. Ed Burdett was very instrumental. He was a very inspirational teacher.
Every student, he would make an effort to get to know them on a personal level, where they were from, how many brothers and sisters they had, and that type of thing. So Darwin's experience was, with Dr. Burdett was extremely common.
I think that's really the mark of a special experience, you know, that you can give a young person, is that personal guidance.
Also, Dr. Reed, he really wanted to see me achieve my goal. And after I graduated, he wrote a letter to my parents and talked about me. It meant so much to me that I actually framed it. We have our degrees up on the wall, and I had that letter right there because it was such a nice thing to do. And then, of course, Dr. Cox I had as well. I gotta tell you, they didn't cut me much slack. They were tough on me. You know, they were tough. They looked at me and as, you know, you're going to work just as hard, if not harder, than every other student in here. So I had to really meet that challenge.
I think that's one of the goals that a faculty member has when they go into this profession of being a faculty member, is that we want to have an impact on people's lives and open up opportunities for them through their education to have a really productive career and a happy life.
You look good with that orange on, man, you know? Yeah, good to see. Paul was a very talented student and a brilliant mind, and he was very helpful for me as far as to study with, because I learned a lot from him.
He was there to play football and get an education, and I was there to finish up my education. So we naturally kind of coalesced together because we wanted the same thing.
You know, maybe a time or two I might have known something he didn't, but it might have been like once in all 3 or 4 years, but you know. But for the most part, yeah, we did a lot of work together and studied together, and we talked about, you know, doing something together when we're done. We started a business after college, and we grew that business and later sold it to a larger company, and I'm still a shareholder, and I'm still very involved there. So none of that would have been possible without the engineering degree. They wouldn't have been interested in Paul and I if we didn't have the credentials we had and successes that we had had.
Building relationships, networking, building bridges with people, making connections, seeing what you can do for somebody. That's what Darwin is. He's one of those special people that did all the right things.